Hello, everybody. We are proud to say that this is our first episode. The Total Transparency Podcast, with your host, Brad Sullivan, and my wife,
Taralyn Sullivan.
By day, I am a business owner, and by night, I'm a professional athlete, mixed martial artist, and my lovely wife here will introduce herself.
I am a stay-at-home mom with a background in public relations.
Lovely.
Yes.
So today's podcast is awesome because we get right into it with a really good friend of mine. He's guy's pretty much like my family, honestly. And you'll hear that throughout the podcast. But he's just such a wicked human being. He's fucking hilarious. Great music. And he's a crazy boxer, too. Not only was his amateur career highly decorated, he was 4-time national champion as an amateur, medaled several times in his amateur career as well. Now he is the Canadian champion.
Canadian National Boxing Association.
Yeah, but I don't know what weight it is. Something weight.
Champion of Canada.
Of the world, Canada. Of the Canadian world, all right? Listen up.
He's what, 135?
He fights at 100. I think he's fighting at 130 or 132. He was talking the other day about wanting to go up to 135. I think he's going to fight wet chickens or something next or something like that. So I'm not too sure what's going on. But no, it's our pleasure to bring this to you. And I think you guys are going to enjoy this. We have a lot of laughs, a lot of serious talks as well.
But it was cool for both of us. This is the most I've ever talked to Joe in 9 years.
Yeah.
You've known him your whole life, and you've never chatted with him like this before.
Yeah, some of the things I've known him forever, so I don't sit there and ask him in depth of things. I guess something that guys just don't really do, I guess. I don't know what you and your friends do, but you guys probably go in depth and talk.
We talk in depth,
you know what?
yeah.
Fuck, women are just so much better at this shit than guys are. Like, you guys have interviews with each other all the time.
All the time.
Asking each other, oh my God, how are you? I fucking never ask my friends, how are you? And if they tell me, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't care.
Now,
right?
Also, probably half of our conversations are usually just bitching about you guys.
Well, naturally.
But I mean, other than that, we're actually talking to each other, yeah.
Because you ask us how we're doing, and we say, shut the fuck up.
He doesn't speak to me like this.
No,
don't get
I'm
the
just
wrong
joking.
impression.
I am totally joking.
He probably says it under his breath, though.
But shut the fuck up. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, so, I don't know. I thought it was a great podcast.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Really good first podcast
really
for
good
us.
Flow. So I'm super stoked about it. We're gonna have a bunch of stuff up on YouTube, a few different channels there. You guys are gonna be able to check us out if you want to see that. We're gonna be on the every different podcast app, site, whatever the fuck you call it.
So whatever you're listening to right now, be sure to give us 5 stars, leave us a review.
Give us 6 stars. All right,
if that's an option.
6 stars
I think it's just only 5
on
stars.
Yelp. I want to hear. I want to see 6 stars. All right. So. No, thank you guys very much for listening, and make sure whatever it is that you're listening to or watching us from,
share it with your friends.
Share it and subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
And we hope you enjoyed the conversation.
All right.
So we're here today with Joey.
Lala.
And it's funny because I'm sitting here, I'm like smirking at you, I'm smiling, and it's funny because we're doing like an interview of somebody that, personally I've known my whole life. So it kind of brings me back to when we were kids doing the Joe Show. Right? When we were kids. So the Joe Show.
I still watch that from time to time.
Well, it's
but I mean, I've known Joe for 9 years now. And
It's
I've
crazy,
never talked to you this much either.
No, not really.
So when we were kids, we used to do this thing called the Joe Show, right? And it was a lot more you and Matt, but
we were all in it.
We were all in it.
Fathead was in it too.
Everybody was in it. We just like do stupid little skits, really, right? So kind of ahead of the times with the YouTube shit, right? But there was no YouTube.
Do you guys have videos of this?
There is videos. You saying that he's got some?
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, some at home.
Oh, we should definitely pull those up.
Oh my God, they're fucking hilarious. I just always remember the.
Then I had some other ones that Matt lost because
well, he's an idiot.
Matt loses everything.
Yeah, I just remember the shoe one.
Yeah, I still
like,
got that one.
That's like his brother Matt is like a used shoe salesman for whatever reason, and he's like, "Look at these shoes," and then he takes them and throws them behind him. He's like, "And now look at these. These are the best." And they're just like,
And then I fucked up and he punched me in the stomach. That's still in the video.
yeah.
Well, I'm holding the camera, so you don't actually.
Yeah,
You just hear me go, ugh!
you can tell.
You freaking idiot!
Yeah.
Messed
yeah,
up
you did say
again.
freaking too,
And
right?
how old were you guys?
Jeez,
10?
Yeah,
I was
you-
10, maybe 9. Probably 9.
So
Yeah.
how old were you guys when you actually met?
So when we first met, I think
Would've
we
been
were up
young.
in fucking
The co-op.
The co-op. Everybody was like racing back and
Yeah.
forth, running the co-op in Millwood.
I was like
Okay.
First
7
thing like
probably.
that.
7?
Yeah.
So you would have been
9.
9, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we met through my auntie Donna and his aunt
Deanna,
Dion.
yeah.
Or Deanna.
On
Deanna.
Dion.
They're all Deans.
when he's slick back, he looks like a chick.
Baby
They don't
Dean.
call him Slick Rick for
They're
nothing.
all D's in his family. It's Deanna, Dion, Dwayne, Donnie, and Dennis. And their father's name is Donnie.
Yeah.
Mother's name was Sheila.
So, yeah.
So
Right?
they just used the S's. They used
Everybody
the D's.
else was the D.
That was it, right? So, yeah. Well, maybe your grandmother's probably like, well, Donnie, what about this one? Why don't we have a name with S? But shut up, woman. That's in the 1960s. You're allowed saying that shit. Shut the fuck up, woman. Yeah. If you ever say that again,
It was actually
We're
encouraged
done.
in the 60s, wasn't it?
I
It's terrible.
I'm
Terrible.
taking
to
off
laugh
for
at.
9 months and going to down the boat.
It
in
is
the
true.
Navy.
Not in his case. His
Yeah.
case is not true, but
No, fuck.
It's
Your,
pretty true.
your grandfather's the man.
So fast
he's a
forward
good
now.
guy.
You're both married.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
families.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We're both still idiots laughing about bullshit.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think that's
Joe
already
was the
changed.
thing was that Joe was the youngest, but he was the first one to be in an actual like serious relationship that ended up being
Marriage,
a wife.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's the
High
only
school
person
Which
you've
is
ever
the
been with, right?
sweetest thing in the entire world.
Yeah, it's well, yeah. You know what? I guess if you
Tell
find the
us, Joe.
person, you find the person early. It's good,
Sometimes
I
it
guess.
happens
You
like
know,
that.
like yeah. Plus, I was extremely shy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just happy to be in a relationship. it just happened to
With
be the right
anyone.
person, right? And,
Yeah.
You know, she
Yeah.
never
So did
threw
you
me
meet her
out.
at school?
No, well, yeah, in elementary school. Yeah.
That's
we
so
met in grade
cute.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were in the same
but you
class,
got-
grade 3. We were Mr. Leadbeater's class.
Oh,
And then I was
Mr.
there,
Leadbeater.
yeah, and then I was in that school till grade 6 before I left. And then I came back in, I don't know, I came back to Woodbine like 05, I think. And then, yeah, we just kind of reconnected then. Cause
After
I
high school though? Or?
No, it was during high
Oh,
school.
that was during high school.
Yeah,
That's
because
like
I
in-
got her number
Okay.
from Adam. Yeah. So I
Okay.
asked so I asked Fathead for her number. And he gave it to me and I called her one day.
So why did Fathead
She
have the
came
number?
down. Fathead
Never asked
has
that
all the
question.
numbers.
Fathead just figure it out for me. Would you, Fathead? Yeah, no problem, pal.
He's
They were
good at
friends,
matchmaking,
right? They were
that's
They were friends
Yeah.
back then. They, you know.
Yeah, well, anybody, and you know what's funny is like anybody that's on the outside. Well, anybody really is just like if they start you start talking about Joe or whatever, and just like your whole boxing career, which we'll get into in a minute. Just everything. Everybody on the outside is like. It's like you don't have any dirty laundry. Everybody's like, what an awesome guy. Like, what a sweet guy. Like, women say you're a sweet guy. Guys say you're a wicked dude.
If only
and
they
everything
knew.
like that.
If only
You
they
know,
knew the truth.
I think I've actually said that too. Like, oh, Joe's the best. Joe's
everybody,
the sweetest.
everybody that I ever meet is like, man, what a great guy, right? And I'm just like, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I have my moments, you know.
Yeah.
Still, the only person I seem to fuck over on any level is Lisa. So it's all, anytime I fuck up, it's usually directly to her
Well,
in
that's-
some way, you know, shape or
That's how it
form,
goes,
right?
right?
But other than that, yeah, no, I've kept it pretty clean, luckily.
Yeah.
It goes back with the socially shy thing. I don't want to stand out in any kind of way unless I'm playing music or fighting.
I was gonna say,
You know what I
you don't
mean?
want
Like,
to
I
stand
don't-
out in any way,
Yeah.
but you record, well, either like cameos or covers for other
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Well,
and
that's the only thing.
you've
It's just that, really.
been at the bars doing.
But you write your own
Playing-
music
yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah.
write your own music.
I like playing for people, but yeah, I'm no good at trying to, like, I'm not Mr. Social Media or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which
Which we gotta change that, right?
yeah,
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know,
be
man.
too.
I'm just
hard,
it's
right?
just yeah, I don't know. It's just not. It's just too much work, I guess. You know what I mean?
I find,
Got so
like,
much going on as it is.
Yeah, like motivation for it comes and goes. Like some days
Yeah,
you're all about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
The next day
exactly.
you're not, but you need the consistency to actually do anything with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
struggle with anyways.
Always so busy, and it's hard. I mean, when I finally do record something, it takes like months of picking away at it because it takes hours. I just don't have hours, so I'm happy to finally share it when I do.
Yeah.
And like the odd covers, I just do. I should do more of that. But that after boxing, you know what I mean? After boxing, I
The
I plan
covers
on
are
it.
something you could do all the time.
There's something I could do all the time, yeah.
Steadily just putting it out there. People are like, oh, fuck, Joe, he's still singing, playing
Yeah.
guitar, right? So,
Yeah, exactly.
that kind of just happened all of a sudden, too. Like, one day, I just remember going down to, because he lived down, when he moved to Sackville, always lived in his grandfather's basement, like, for years.
Years, yeah.
So
exactly.
I just went down one day, I forget what it was, and you and Matt and Joe, I think I was away camping or something, and you guys had just picked up guitar in the summertime, and
Yeah.
Denny, his
Even
dad,
though it was always around, right?
you
Same with
guys
your
just
dad,
started
too.
playing,
Yeah.
man, and then
Yeah.
that was it, right? It was kind of hilarious because we were like little thug wannabes,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden
exactly.
you guys are playing the guitar and singing, and we were still like writing raps and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I was always musical, anyways. I just never cared to play the guitar until Matt picked it up, and then was like, okay, it's cool.
Yeah, well, it's your older
But
brother,
then I just
right?
wanted to get better at him then. But remember I bought all that recording gear from Terry?
Yeah.
Around the keyboard.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to just make, it didn't really get far with that shit before it got pawned. Like I think Denny pawned
I was
the
gonna say, who
16
pawned it,
board
Denny or
mixer.
Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, I think he pawned the left-handed guitar I had, and basically, yeah. The only thing I still have that keyboard.
Matt, I love that
that
guy.
I bought.
Fucking pawned the
Did
Pawned
you pawn your
everything,
guitar?
yeah.
He pawned the guitar that I got from my parents for Christmas when I was living out there.
Yeah.
And I came back, I was like, Matt, I love you, but you better go get my fucking guitar right now. Like, that's a
exactly.
sentimental thing.
Well,
So.
he's pawned a couple of my fucking guitars, man.
Yeah.
I left them out there, and then whatever. They were cheap ones. I wouldn't have left them out there if they weren't, but...
His brother,
I know
we
who he
haven't really
is.
met him too much. His brother, fuck man, like we
I
had
think I
some
was
good
only around
times.
the one time.
And he's so we're all so funny together because we've been friends since we were kids, right? But Matt's
Just
fucking
fucked up shit.
man, he's fucking hilarious.
He's a
He just
different
likes
breed, for sure.
he's a different breed. Like he sold Joe's car when Joe had a car. We all went. It's like I went and started working on the rigs, then Fathead came out, and then Joe came out. Joe had a car out there. Like we all had vehicles out there because you get off the plane and you got to hop in your vehicle. And then Joe went to come back out or something, and what
He
happened?
told me a week before on the phone, he's like, listen, man, your car shit the bed. I was like, oh, okay, what's the need? What's going on? He's like, no, man, the motor just blew. So I sold it. Sold it? He was like, yeah, I sold it. And then Buddy called me back like 2 weeks later, said the engine blew. He wants his money back. I was like, whatever, bud. Tough break.
So he fucked over two people in one sale.
Like, what kind of fucking story is that, man? What do you mean the motor blew?
Yeah.
And then you go and tell me that the motor blew a couple weeks after the guy called you. It's like, okay, you just told a lie and then fucked up that lie by telling another lie, and you know.
That was
Now
never
I know the
best.
truth.
He was never the best at not getting caught. Like his brother got caught for every single thing.
Unless
he
I
ever
was
done.
with him.
Yeah.
Unless I was with him.
I feel like we should preface Fathead. Because he's
Okay.
gonna come up a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a nickname, obviously.
For sure.
But unless you're in your guys' circle, no one has any clue what that is.
Yeah. I call him Adam sometimes.
So it's Adam, which is another best
Yeah.
friend, and his childhood nickname has
We're
always
the
been...
three best friends that I ever had.
It's been Fathead, because
Yeah.
he had a very large head
Was a
as
kid.
a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's just a jacked human being, but like back then he was a scrawny little shit like the rest of us.
Yeah,
but
we were both
his
the same
head was
size,
massive.
always.
And I remember like we were running down the hill one day and we had rubber boots on and our moms were walking together and he like tripped up and fell. Just went ass over tea kettle. And he ended up hitting a rock in his forehead. But I was like, in my mind, I was like, even as a kid, I was like, fuck, like his head was so fat that he toppled over, right? So, but yeah, no. So yeah, we just all been friends since we were kids. So
Yeah.
Adam is his name. my business partner now.
He's always been a good businessman.
And I actually never,
Always.
I don't call him Fathead. I never have.
Yeah.
He's always just been Adam.
He's actually been my business partner since we were kids. Literally. I don't even know if we're actually friends. Like, right? Like, me and him have legitimately been business partners as long as I can remember. Our first fight was over a business thing. Like,
Venture.
Not even, like, it was sort of a venture. We were doing something together. It was like a little sale, a yard sale or something, but then he wanted to put up his own little tractor. And I was like, well, I want half if you sell it. And to which he told me no, obviously. And then I was like...
It's a terrible deal.
And then we didn't talk for a minute after that. I think we had a karate fight and then we were cool, right? So, but yeah.
That's how everything was patched up back then.
That's how it goes,
Karate
right?
fight.
So, but yeah, no, we've been business partners forever for everything. Bottles, paper routes. Jeez.
He bought a new bike.
When
He
we
bought
were
a new
kids,
bike with bottle money. He was the only one with a new bike.
He always bought shit. I never bought anything. I was his business partner. He's always had this. We've always made the same amount of money, and he's always had more.
It's because he'd save it.
Because he's better with money.
I don't know how he doesn't spend it.
Yeah.
Because it seems like he spends like anybody else, right?
It does. He must buy like the cheapest shit just to make sure that he's good, right? It's like you go grocery shopping with him at the same, like, you look at the same order. He just went to like No Frills, and you went to like the superstore, right? He's like, yeah, man, I got these. They're like 2 days past expiry. You're still good, right? Like,
He always manages to find the best deals online too.
Yeah.
Which I don't get. Like he gets, what do you get a truck for like a just ridiculous price, like $1,500. Like a dual dualies on the back,
and
big
he
ass
never paid
3/4
for gas
ton.
when we were on the rigs because of that. That was it. He never bought gas while we were out.
Yeah,
working
because
in
he
Alberta
just
for
gassed up on the rig.
like 3.5, 4 years.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that a few times.
I had a gas
At night.
truck, so it didn't work.
Oh, you guys only had diesel.
Yeah.
On the rig I was on down here, I had gas.
Oh, okay.
I checked a little
Makes
bit.
sense, eh? Oh,
So,
fuck.
Every
Everybody's
day I
still
filled up, got the fuck out of there.
like they were gonna catch you.
Yeah.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Everybody was doing it. They were lining up to do it. It just.
So you're saying you're a fucking sheep, pretty much, right? You just go with the pack, huh? You
Yeah.
want to blend in?
Kind of, and that when it comes to stealing gas, yeah.
When it comes to stealing gas, yeah, of course, absolutely.
Whatever, they stole a lot more from me.
Okay. Give us an example. If we could have an example here, I'll be glad. You know, I've got a great lawyer.
All
on
right,
hand.
you know what?
We
They
can
never
call
stole
it
nothing
up.
from me.
All right.
They paid me very well, and they gave me a job.
They actually treated
Stole
us.
everything.
Yeah.
They treated us all very well. Like they.
My
Wait,
fucking driller
it was
didn't
crazy.
like me at all.
No.
Wait, this is a
No,
breakdown
actually.
here?
He was
Yeah, I
on
worked
Range
out.
Road.
Yeah. I didn't
Oh.
in Brookfield, but that got shut down due to protests and shit, which is a good thing, you know.
Well, weren't
Whatever,
you guys
it's hard
pumping
on
like?
that.
So the way it happens when you drill, the top of the drill string, the first piece that goes in, there's a drill bit, and essentially it's turning into the ground. Out of that comes all your drilling fluid, right? To make sure that your bit can keep going through. It's kind of like when you drill through metal. People.
Oh, I understand the concept, yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, you guys lost circulation,
We were fought it for like a month.
so they were essentially, when they drilled down, the walls caved,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just pumping, and it wasn't coming back. So it's supposed to come back to you and keep. It's just a circle. You pump down, you get back what you pump down. Well, they lost. You guys
Yeah.
kept losing.
We
for
tripped
months,
every
didn't you?
day, yeah. Every fucking day. Fathead was on that rig.
Nobody liked
Got
them.
down there. That's true, which is weird. I was on Andrew's crew. I was with
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Andrew.
being serious?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
with
I'm
Andrew.
serious.
I was with Andrew Banks, and we were on a team, and then Adam was the cross shift, so we go there. Yeah, Fathead. No one liked him for some reason.
Because
I don't know why.
He works too fucking hard. He's smart as fuck and he works really hard, right? So
Yeah,
people are
no,
just
I
like,
was not
"Fuck
on the other
this
crew, so
guy."
I didn't really know. It was like, yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, basically.
Buddy, I'm his partner. Sometimes I'm like, man, fuck that guy. Like when he asks me to do stuff,
I don't
I'm
mind.
like,
I worked
"Oh,
with him on
fuck
309 for like he got me the job there, and then shortly after fucked off.
yeah.
But we worked together on that for a while. I thought it
That
was
was
decent to
that
work
was
with.
a good rig too. You guys had Steven Beezer and stuff.
It was a good rig as far as crew goes, man. But the tool push was an idiot.
Yeah.
God, he was such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
In fact, Dave Atchison, if you're listening, you're a sack of shit, pal.
Fuck yourself. And you know what? Jerry Miles, too. The guy back in the day, we used to insulate together. Like,
You gave my first job.
It was comical. Like, we always just, all of us kind of just followed each other towards jobs, except for the Army.
Do you want to do it? Yeah, I never. Well, I tried to join the reserve once.
Yeah,
well,
me too. They didn't let me in.
Yeah, they would have let me in. I just didn't go through with it. Procrastinated. Glad I didn't. That was never my style, anyways.
Smoking weed.
Well, that too. Yeah,
That's probably what it was.
I couldn't pass the P test.
Couldn't pass the piss
Even at
test.
17.
Yeah.
Fathead was in there the whole time, wasn't he?
He was making money.
Kind of forget about
As
that.
usual.
That's probably how he did it, though.
No,
That was
that
constant.
is, and that's the thing. That's why he's got such a good work ethic. and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
It was just engraved in him. His mom made him save money and shit like that. Wouldn't even buy him food. I don't think. And, saved all his money for bottles and shit. And then he get in the Army and then he saved his money. Like he was just always good with money. And we were always just
Shit, when they were spent right away. Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
I'm still looking to get some money so I can spend it. You know? So
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah. Plus, he did a tour.
He did.
Yeah. Which I think it was like 60 grand or something. You come back with over like the
Something like that.
16. Like it wasn't that much, man. I don't know. That was.
It seems like a lot though when you're a kid.
It
That's
seems
what
like
they
a lot when
usually
you're
get. They get,
20
like, a bunch
years
of
old, I
kids.
guess. Yeah, man. But
Or brainwashed Army.
Trained for 9 months, or trained for 6 months, and then it was 9 months gone.
No, he was gone for 6 months. He trained. The total thing was 18 months. I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so he did it. His tour was 6 months. I don't really remember that.
But they seem like the reserve seems like they get kids
Yeah.
when they're young. The Army gets them when they're young, sends them over. Or if you're in there for a long time, then you're already fucking brainwashed by the Army anyways, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
What's your stance on that? I know you're fucking political
No,
and shit, right? So
Army, we need them, man. I mean,
For
your
sure.
soldier hats off to you, especially if you served a tour. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to know exactly why they should be there or not.
Yeah.
I'm sure defending a country. I think it's I got shit to say just like everybody else, but really it doesn't fucking matter.
yeah.
Because defending a country is just it's an insane responsibility. Or running a country, or even having that shit on your back. Because like there are countries that'll bomb you and fuck you up if you don't have good defenses. That's the reality of it, man. There's a lot of death and destruction in this world. And I don't know. We're just.
Are you on the whole fucking?
I'm happy that our government is the way it is, anyways. Free over here.
So hold on a
nonetheless.
sec. You're saying that you're pro Trudeau now.
I didn't say that. I'd rather somebody else leading the country for sure, but whatever. When it's all said and done and he's done his term, and ain't shit gonna change. I mean, the system's in place the way it is for a reason.
This is where
Right?
we get Joey talking. Here we go. What about these fucking leftists, right? So they're just they're running the country to the fucking ground, right? But I'm actually,
if they're in charge of it all, yeah, they will. Unfortunately, everything's not free. It just is what it is, man. I think things could be a whole lot better, but you got to find a happy medium with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, and the offended nature kills me. Everybody's so fucking offended now.
Everybody's offended by
Everybody
everything.
pulls up a fucking video from 20 years ago.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Fuck.
They even got Trudeau even got hit with blackface. Like, come on.
Fuck that, and that was so out of context. Like Trudeau's a fucking idiot.
Well,
Like, that shit was totally out of context. That was
for sure, man.
You never
for
seen
sure.
the blackface fucking thing? He was
No.
dressed up and he was doing something but he was wearing a costume. It was Halloween.
Yeah.
And now it comes back like fucking, what were they saying about him? Just like
What
he's
was
a
he
bad
dressed up
racist and he's
No, I
fucking-
think this was around election time anyway. They were just
What was
basically
he
giving
dressed
him.
up as?
It was
I don't know.
him like fucking, he was wearing was he wearing like a turban?
He was dressed up like maybe he was dressed up like a.
Like a dark
East
East
Indian
Indian
or something?
like
Yeah,
that,
I don't
right?
know.
But yeah, there was a lot of fucking, that just like spiraled out of control.
It didn't even hurt him
But
all
that's
that
like
bad,
anything.
man.
When you're in the spotlight like that,
Yeah.
they'll take one thing.
Yeah,
And you
But
don't know
that's-
the
yeah.
backstory.
They both
but
do
it's
it.
what they can spin.
both
right?
sides do it.
For sure they
You
do.
know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. But like the fucking thing, like someone getting offended, like, man, this is a problem.
Yeah, it
This
is.
is a serious problem because like if we actually went to war and they started drafting people and like
Yeah.
you're sitting next to this fucking peckerhead, this 20 like, And it's hilarious because I think 20-year-olds are like infants now that I'm fucking
I know.
33. So I'm like, if I gotta sit next to this 20-year-old, I'm like, fuck, you know, like, maybe I'm not a good shot with a fucking rifle, but if something comes up there, I'm fucking, listen, I'm pointing and aiming and shooting. And this fucking 20-year-old's gonna sit there and be like, oh man, you know, I've really got feelings about that. And like, fucking start telling me so. I'll be like, holy fuck. Like, I'll just be like, here, bro, you know what? I think you just stand up for your rights. Literally, stand the fuck up. He'll get his head blown off and then I'll fucking shoot, buddy. That's how we'll weed them out, right? That'll be like how we take out the fucking weak, right?
I think we're the last, I don't know, our generation, man. I think it's like the last generation that really went outside. Maybe a few years younger too.
Well,
but,
I'm younger than both of you guys, and I was outside as a child.
Yeah, exactly. So around,
yes, outside. I thought you meant like.
Say, if you were born like, say like, 05 and up.
I say 2000.
You've always had way better technology. Even 2000, I guess it. Like my little cousins Dion and Jacob, they were born around like 99, 2000, I think, and even they seem that, you know, they didn't have the internet,
well, those
and
are
the
20-year-olds
phones. It
now.
just they were, but I guess when they were teenagers. I just know I'm not a part of that millennial.
Yeah.
They say we're millennials.
Yeah, no,
whatever,
we're not.
But I don't feel like I'm a millennial just because I you know, the way we were raised was still so much different. The 90s was fucked up, right?
Oh.
We were kids in the 90s.
Oh,
it was messed up. Everybody was still smoking everywhere. I was sitting in the car waiting for my dad to have a beer in the bar, like, and that was just perfectly okay.
Dude,
because I looked across the parking lot and there was another fucking kid in the car. Well, his dad was in the corral.
In the corral, yeah, fuck. They had the best fucking chicken wings too.
I know, right?
I vividly remember, like, being my dad coming to pick me up from my Auntie Laurie's house out in fucking, it was in Wallace, and he was so drunk that he drove the wrong way when we left. He lived in Wallace his whole life.
Perfectly acceptable back then.
He drove fucking towards
I don't know if it was
Glasgow,
acceptable,
right?
but it's...
Instead of driving...
People do it more.
Instead of driving towards
Oh, yeah,
Halifax,
people
he
do
drove
it
to
more.
Glasgow.
I found the 90s was still like the decade where dads would just not come home after work until 1 in the morning, right?
Pretty much.
And it was like, oh, whatever.
Well, my dad came home after work.
Yeah, but your dad was like, he's like a fucking actual like business guy. Like, we're talking about people that were like fucking... like the blue collar idiots still, like the fucking, like the guys like us. Like if me and Joe,
even then you're you know, I think your dad just never was
well, they
like
were the
really
50s.
A drinker partier type
no,
deal, right?
No, my
your dad, he would have been like a
but lots of people in the business class would still be like that too, right?
Well, Dad's an accountant.
He would have been the business guy in the 50s, right?
Oh, dad was you know, he was a good husband, good dad and stuff. He, you know.
Oh,
he still just, you know, that's just the way it was in the 90s.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was normal.
It was a mess.
Your dad was an alcoholic. My dad was an alcoholic. Fathead's dad was
still
an alcoholic.
That's
just like 3 of my best friends. Fat Rob's dad was an alcoholic. Like, that's like
but
every single friend that I can think of.
That seems,
their dads were all alcoholics.
But even that in and of itself, that's normal to you guys. That's not normal to me.
Yeah.
That's not normal at all to me. I didn't grow up.
Yeah, not everybody.
That, right?
Not everybody
so, I mean,
grew up like that either, but.
We all lived in the 90s, but even that's different.
Yeah, you would.
Like, I never saw my dad drunk.
No.
I didn't fucking barely see him sober when I was
growing
up.
Yeah,
like, my dad drank every day. He still does drink every fucking day. So does your dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Every day. Yeah.
For sure.
Hopefully it's just the beer, not the hard stuff.
That's it.
Cause you can barely handle the hard stuff anymore, man. 3 drinks and he's fucking road.
Man. Isn't that
Dude's
something?
like yelling in your face.
They just
chill out, man. I'm not there yet. Sipping on this beer.
They're different though, aren't they?
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's hilarious.
It is. Yeah,
like fucking. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. My dad is just like.
He's like in bed.
Well, no, and if he's not, he's turning into the fucking asshole. If you're not staying in fucking Hotel California with him.
If you're partying, like a party night, and he's on the hard shit, yeah. He's gotten pissed off at me over the years a few times. Just for stupid shit.
Just like gives you the location.
Yeah. Just for me trying to, if he says something, I just try to explain to him this or that. He's like, I said!
Yeah.
Now fucking do it! I was like, alright, Randy, sorry, man.
Yeah. You got to, because if you don't, it'll be the whole night. If you don't just agree with them right there, That ruins everything. His feelings are hurt. He's ready to go to bed.
Yeah,
right?
Just agree, and that's it.
So, fuck. But let's get into your...
let's shift gears a little bit.
Let's get into your boxing. Yeah, go ahead. Let's
get into the boxing.
So you are... What is your boxing title, Joey?
Right now, I am currently the super featherweight champion of Canada.
I thought you were going to say of the world.
I wish I was the Canadian champion of the world.
I am the Canadian champion.
So you've been boxing since you were a child, obviously.
Yeah, first went into the gym when I was 10. Me and Brad and Adam and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my dad brought us down. And
was it a natural talent for you, or... I mean, obviously you work hard. I don't want to
I think
from you,
no,
but
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it came pretty naturally. I think it did to all of us because we were like boxing with like winter mitts on and shit in the yard before we finally went down there, and we were always working on it. Like our dads were always trying to show us stuff. You know what I mean? Even though they weren't the best themselves, they still had enough technique to show us the basics of it. Yeah. So I thought we were already like we sparred the first day we went in there. Yeah, Taylor, the owner the creator, I guess, of Citadel, him and Wayne, but he got us in there the first day.
And you're still with Citadel Boxing.
And I'm still with Citadel.
That's really cool.
Yeah, still with Citadel.
Wow.
Even though Taylor passed away there a few years ago, there's all the old guys did. Jim. Yeah. Right. Ted. A lot of good old guys. John. Yeah. Jeez. It's
Ted
crazy.
Too? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Ted passed away.
Yeah. He passed away of a heart attack. Probably just before Jim. Actually, it was a little bit before Jim.
But like the accolades, like Taylor, all Taylor's accolades, like the Citadel boxing accolades, like so it was like fuck Taylor, wasn't he coach for the Olympic?
Yeah, yeah. So Taylor was a 5-time Olympic coach, president of Boxing Canada for the longest time. Wayne, he went to the Olympic Games, and he also coached at the Olympic Games. I think he was the assistant coach one year, and then the head coach in 2000, because. His fighter Scott McIntosh that trained out of our
gym. He's got the rival gym in Bedford now, right?
He's like a part owner of that, I guess.
Didn't he just sign up with Clinch? I think that's what's going on. I
have no idea. I know Clinch, Kevin there, he was looking, that's his name, right? Kevin, yeah. He was looking to do something like that for a while. Yeah. Like he wanted, like me and Brian used to go there and work with his guys quite a bit. And then just not enough time, I guess, to get over there. But it was fun. Like, some decent young guys there.
So walk us through how your career developed from being a 9-year-old child, fighting with your buddies, to now being champion of the...
I don't know. At first, I just wanted to prove myself, I guess. I wanted to stand, like... I was always I was always getting my ass beat, right?
I've heard stories
Matt, Brad, they used to beat the crap out of me all the time. So I guess there was that part, just trying to, I guess the little guys, like little man syndrome, right? I was always stronger than what I looked like, too. So it was just a natural fit for me right from the beginning. So when I finally had my first fight at 11, it was at the Metro Center. And I was against Dolan Glasgow, which was we had 2 Citadels at that time. There was one in Halifax. And, boxing that was in November 1999. And that place was packed. And it was like a Doris the Hammer Hackler. Remember her?
Yeah.
She was a ex-women's world champion that used to fight out
Dolan, he had like 2 brothers that were fucking...
Devlin and Dayon or something like that.
Yeah, they were both really fucking good.
Well, the oldest brother was a Canadian champion. I don't think the other guys won any Canadian gold medals, but they were really good.
That was your first fight?
Yeah, that was my first fight there. That was an exhibition, so we both won.
Yeah.
But it was I just got a taste for it. And then I had a fight against Gary Boak after that, my second fight, and I won that, but I don't think I should have. Like, I felt he kicked my ass in that fight. He had like 7 fights, he was a little bigger.
But it's like a whirlwind.
Yeah, right? And the fight was at our gym in Downsview.
Yeah.
And, what I remember, for me, it felt like I got my ass kicked. Like, I was scared shitless going in there. I was like, holy shit, this is what a fight's like. And then, I didn't fight a long time after that. Dad lost his license, so I didn't really get to the gym much, or if at all. Yeah. And then it was right around the time when I was like 12, 13.
Well, we'd run to the gym sometimes too, right?
Yeah.
Or bike to the gym
exactly,
or whatever,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
12 years old, we were allowed to go anywhere.
we were,
Seriously.
We were. Pretty well did what we wanted all in all, just had to be back in the house, but dark or some shit.
I think I remember that. I don't know if it was that fight, but I remember like being in the Downsview when like fucking people packed up the stairs and all.
Yeah, oh yeah, you were probably there. Yeah.
Oh, I was definitely there
for that.
Way
fight.
more people up them stairs and on that fucking
that
rafter fucking
where the weights were and shit, man. I used to love that gym. That was a great gym, man, because it was there
like
forever.
And I think Castile showed up, and it was like a big deal, right? It was like, oh fuck.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy, man, is actually how much I remember about my young, like when I first started. Like I remember that, like, because the third guy fought when I came back after like, I don't know, it was close to a year, and then Taylor just started picking me up at my house, driving me to the gym to keep me fighting. So I fought a guy named Michael Foster.
Yeah.
And I won that, and then I fought him again, and then I won that as well, and then after that I don't even remember who I fought, but
Foster's like that though, eh?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember my early fights.
You fight, and then you fight the same guy again. Right?
Yeah, Michael Foster, I fought him like 3 times. Like, God knows what he's doing now. He's probably 31, 32.
Yeah. Taylor was good for that though. He did that for a lot of people over the years. Cause,
he did. He was
Taylor
awesome.
Taylor was like people have high praises of Taylor. Like he would go and pick people up and bring them to the gym. Like that was like just who Taylor was.
Just people that don't know him that talk shit about him. Like, oh, is he profiting off all these boxers? Like, whatever, man. He's like, he emptied out of his pockets for everybody, man.
Yeah.
Like, he sent me to everywhere out of his own pocket because I didn't have enough. Like, when we went on little boxing trips or a fight, he'd pay for my meals and shit.
Yeah.
You know, because he knew...
he
knew I didn't have much.
Knows, like, he was around it so long, he knows what a talent is. Because he was also a pro boxer himself, too, right? So he knows when someone's got heart, someone's got talent.
Yeah.
Whether to put the fucking, to pick them up. I'm sure he just didn't go pick up all the little fucking peckerheads, right?
And him and Wayne always did tell me, it's like, it's the seniors that matter for when you win. You know, and even when I didn't win, Wayne would say, oh, I think you're still a few years away from winning it and shit like that. Yeah. And then when Brian came along when I was like 15...
That's his coach now.
And Wayne's still a coach too.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been, he's he didn't deal really in my pro and stuff like that, but because of his position in the amateurs. But he was supposed to be in my corner in the last fight, and any future fight around here, I'll definitely want him in my corner now that he's able to, because he was in the corner a majority of my amateur fights, even at national level. Just because he doesn't have he's not the like the head coach of Nova Scotia anymore where he used to be. So I know he's just doing the club now. Him and Stephanie still are like involved in boxing Nova Scotia and stuff, but ever since Stephanie Stephanie I came up with when we were kids, and she won a few national titles as well, but she coaches down at the gym now, and once she started, like, she was able to... She gets the kids to other countries and everything. Yeah. I mean, both her and Wayne do, but, it was definitely probably spearheaded... But it was definitely spearheaded by Stephanie, because, I mean, there was always talk... Like, Taylor and Wayne took me to North Carolina once, and there was always talks about Ireland, but at that point, funding just went to shit, and this is like we couldn't do as much as the other... guys were doing before us and the generation before us. Yeah. Because they used to travel a lot. And then, Stephanie's got the girls going to Greece.
So,
Sweden, all kinds of places.
You went to, what'd you go to, Germany for a training camp?
I went to Germany for a training camp, when I finally...
Lebanon.
Yeah.
What was the training camp like in Germany, though?
It was awesome. The big training facility, it wasn't just for... It was tons of sports. It was just it was just like a big athletes. Like, it was kind of... on the outskirts of a little town.
Like an Olympic center?
Yeah, kind of. It was like an Olympic training center, yeah.
And when was this?
This was in 2000. This would have been 2011 I went there. That would have been my 3rd year on the national team. So, so I went... My first nationals was when I was 14. I lost my first fight. Second nationals was when I was 15. I won a silver medal. Then 3rd nationals bronze. 4th nationals bronze. 5th nationals bronze. 6th nationals bronze. 7 nationals. I finally won the gold. A guy named Ishu Shiba, who had pretty well taken over Tyson Cave's spot when Tyson was done, came back, and there's a box off if you're the champ, so they get a chance to win their title back, beat me twice in a row, won his title back. And so then was the next year when I finally actually got on the national team after winning the nationals. Yeah. And then my first trip would have been in Venezuela in 2009. June 2009, and that was actually the day, like, during that trip, it was the day Michael Jackson died, and Maduro was, what do you call it? He's the, like, president there now. Like, he's pretty well, like, the guy responsible for all the shit that's going on there, right?
Yeah, Venezuela's fucked.
Yeah,
like,
right?
41 people die, like, on a regular weekend.
Yeah, right now, it used to be, like, third largest oil reserve, and, you know, when I was there, gas was 4 cents a liter.
Yeah.
And still tons of poverty. Don't get me wrong, still
For
tons
sure,
there,
South America.
but that was still like everybody remembers where they were when Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
And I was just like kind of at the market, and then we saw like Maduro. He got elected that day, so he was at the show in Caracas that night.
Caracas is actually
it's the capital, right? Yeah,
that's the town I was saying.
So that's So
So
that's where we were. Well, we were sitting outside. This was the second time I went to Venezuela, which was a couple years ago. I was there, or a couple of years later, sorry, in 2011, and that was for a Pan Am game qualifier. Just like these Germans guys got robbed, like right outside the hotel at gunpoint.
Like actually robbed.
Yeah, actually, they just pulled up, popped out, pointed a gun at him, took all the shit, drove away.
Yeah.
And the policia didn't come for like fucking ever. There's tons. Yeah.
Hey boys, let's go over.
There's tons of cops around. They have big ass guns, but
man, when you're in like South America and shit like that, like there's always cops going. The sirens are always going.
Yeah,
people are not like, you don't even know if you're supposed to pull over. It's just like a weird thing. They're just like fucking constantly
all
going,
beeping.
right?
Like there's no traffic lights or anything like that. It's definitely a different way of living over there. And the beauty was we weren't at the resorts,
so fun, though.
right? We weren't at the resorts.
Yeah.
We were outside. We were out in a boat, man. Got to see how people really live there instead of being sugar-coated with a beach and free drinks.
No shirt. You keep your fucking shirt on.
Yeah, because you sent me a Snapchat. You're running, you're like running through. I forget where you were, but you had no shirt on. I was like, I remembered that because some dude told us, like, yeah, it's disrespectful to.
You
probably can. I think it's just more for a beach, but I think it's like a disrespect thing, maybe. Because I just remember some dude telling us that.
Yeah. So when I was on vacation there one time, it was like running with no shirt on it.
But he wasn't in the resort. Like he was.
Yeah,
he was just outside the resort.
Offensive in some South American places down there.
Yeah, maybe they think you're flexing or something. I'm not sure what it was. I just remember Buddy telling us. I don't remember why or what. I just remember remembering it because we all had our shirts off, and there was dudes like yelling at us and shit. Yeah, it was super hot.
Yeah, you're not used to it, right? You're like fucking.
I'm not used to it.
Some people are down there wearing like sweaters and shit.
The second time I went there, I was there with like a much younger team. Like my first year, I was there with all like the veterans of the team. And I was like the young guy on the team. They were wild, man. Like they've been there a while. It's just like it was a totally different pace when I was the veteran on the team, and then I had all the young guys underneath me.
Yeah.
Like they didn't want to do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that I was trying to pressure them to do anything anyways, like I was. Them guys were animals, man. Yeah. But the second time I put on I put on oil. I put on some tannin oil. Yeah. And I swear I was like out there for like 20 minutes and I could roast it. You know me, I got a fair skin anyways, right? It was the stupidest thing. Even like Jag, and he comes from like Indian descent, so he's already pretty brown. He got freaking super sunburned.
Yeah.
So imagine how fucked up I was. Like I couldn't train like that day. We were supposed to train. The coach comes in the room like, can't train, coach. Yeah. And he's like, cool. And he was like a British guy. Kevin was his name. He's awesome. He's like, why can't you train? I just whip off the blank. Just like, oh, I just beat red. Just like, too fucked up, man. Yeah. So that was like a few days. Like I couldn't even train. And luckily the fights were over. I was eliminated at that point.
Yeah. Oh, luckily. Yeah. Luckily I was eliminated.
I wouldn't have tanned if I wasn't.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't qualify that. The next tournament I did qualify though in Panama for the Pan Am Games. And I qualified 8th. I remember qualifying 8th. And I ended up losing to the same Venezuelan. I lost to that guy 3 tournaments in a row, man. Yeah. The same guy. We'd win our fights, then we'd meet.
Yeah.
And he beat me.
You again.
Yeah, he was like 6 foot. It was like 123 pounds. It's like, fuck, how do you get at that in 3 rounds? It was still computer scoring. Yeah. So aggression got you shit.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Your style was always weird. More for like.
I think it was more for pro anyways.
For pro, man, because like you need a little bit more time, take some off the gloves, and be able to hit them.
Yeah.
Like, you need to contact.
I need that, yeah.
That's the thing, like, and people that don't...
I'm a good boxer, but I'm not overly slick.
But when you make contact, it's like, fuck, man. And I tell people this that don't even know you that much. I'm like, like people at like Fit Plus and stuff. I'm like, they're like, oh, is that your buddy that came in? I was like, yeah. And they're talking about it. I was like, man, he hits you. I was like, he's hitting harder than anybody in here, right? And you just got the stone in your hands. It's just something that some people have, right? It's just, they just have that ability to hit people and fucking buckle them, right?
Yeah, which I need lots of rounds to get that in there sometimes, yeah. Especially against a taller fighter like Robson Conceição when I fought him.
Yeah.
You know, he was such a good boxer, man. Like, I hit him a few times.
Yeah.
I'm sure he felt it, but not very often.
But
like, I needed like 12 rounds for him. I felt I was starting to come along more.
But it also, in that fight, I remember you telling me, like, you know, take us through that fight, because you got your fucking, he hit you in the ear.
Oh, yeah, early on, yeah. So Robson Conceição, he's...
During your concussion?
I couldn't watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
So
And you
I
had
watched
to,
it and told Brad what was
commentary-
happening.
Oh, man, she's terrible.
I'm the
worst.
Commentary
I'm the
girl was
worst.
fucking terrible. I hate
Yeah.
it. So anyways, yeah.
TV doesn't do anybody any justice. You know, I knew he's Olympic gold medalist, and I didn't think he won that. It doesn't matter if he won that gold medal fight or not, which he didn't, but
Yeah.
they gave him the gold medal, and I mean, he's still among the best in the world. So.
Man, he had a fight that got overturned, but he beat Lomo.
Oh yeah,
I watched that fight. He didn't.
But it was close,
but
right?
It was a close
Yeah,
fight,
yeah,
man.
and
Like,
that's kind of his level, right?
Like, pound for pound, greatest of all
So I
time.
guess
right
yeah,
now,
preparing
right?
for him. I don't know. Like me and Brian, we thought we could beat him. Like we thought we saw some holes in his game, but you know it's much different when you're watching video
Sure,
and you're in there and you got a guy reading you. I couldn't really seem to do anything.
Yeah.
And in the second round he hit me in the ear. I don't know if he busted my eardrum or what, but the whole side of the ring just went like this, just sideways, and I was just off balance and wobbly for like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Like the ring didn't square up until like the 5th round or 6th round.
Yeah.
And man, yeah, it's a good thing he's not a heavy puncher.
That's
He
what I was
can
gonna
whip
ask,
them
is
and
he-
they hurt,
Yeah.
but he's not a heavy puncher. If he was, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Yeah.
So,
fucking commentary
you know,
is so bad.
sometimes you take a
I
take a beating, but you know what? Ever since I had that fight, I've been way better.
Yeah.
Like I'm way better at defending,
That's it.
attacking, and I know if I had a second shot at him, I could definitely do a lot better because
Yeah.
I took everything he had, and all in all, he really had nothing for me.
Yeah.
He could outbox me definitely, but if I had 10 rounds against him or 12 rounds, you know, I think I'd have a shot.
Well, he was like the same, and that's the only 2 losses that you have is like guys that are just like bang bang, and then kind of like move and run away type thing, and then come back in bang bang,
Yeah.
like that Avery
And he was
Sparrow
great.
guy.
Yo,
Same
yeah,
kind of
see,
concept,
that
right?
fight,
Like,
yeah.
If you were more like maybe Conceição a little bit different because his levels fucking.
Oh,
a lot
it's way
higher
different,
than
yeah.
Avery's, but like you need more fucking rounds than 6 rounds to get these people who are on the wheels, right?
For Avery,
They're on the
Avery's
bike
my
at that
first
point.
8 round, and you know I'm a slow starter, and it fucking killed me in that fight.
Yeah.
Because I feel like one judge gave me a draw. That was the closest I got.
Yeah.
And honestly, it probably should have been a draw because he didn't deserve the damn win in that fight either.
Yeah.
Like, I could have definitely did more, threw more punches, because I definitely thought I had him, and I was connecting most of the fight. When I did throw, I just wasn't throwing enough.
Yeah.
But he didn't stay in the pocket once. He was running, he was just jabbing scared,
Yeah.
throwing right scared, like he didn't want to get hit. He wanted nothing
And
to
that's
do
what
with
you
it.
take
So
away from your losses.
I don't think,
sometimes, though,
and he
right?
went on to have some really nice wins after
He was
that.
gonna fight Ryan Garcia. Just
Yeah,
fucking
he was. Yeah,
until
that
he
would have
got-
been a great fight for him.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I don't think he would have won it, but it would have been a good fight for him.
For sure, man.
But yeah, and he got arrested, I guess,
Yeah.
something like that.
But those losses like that, man, they teach you something. Even like when you're like, because I say the same thing. I'm like, oh fuck, I won. Even my last fight, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I fucking won that fight. And everybody's like, man, you won it. Everybody told me at the show I won it. But you take it away and you're like, you know what? I gotta fucking kill these guys, right? So like
Yeah.
maybe that loss, like you lost to
Yeah.
Conceição or Avery or whatever, it makes you, it
Yeah.
always levels you up.
For sure. Like,
Right.
in Conceição, I left it all in the ring. I have no regrets there. Against Avery, I didn't leave it all in the ring.
Yeah.
And I learned from him. But I brought that right up into my, right up into the Canadian Championship fight with Dominic, which Man, I wish you could have been at, because that was sick, right? But you had tons going on. I mean, like, geez, your newborn baby had, like, meningitis, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was when Jackson...
Yeah, so that's scary as shit. Obviously, I didn't
realize
expect you to be there, but...
Yeah.
And Fathead, he couldn't come either, but it was literally, like, the only fight you guys missed, and it was probably the best fight I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, man. I watched it afterwards, and I was like, oh,
Where
what
was
a
the
great
fight?
fight.
It was in New Brunswick. It was in his home.
This
it
is,
was in Dominic's
news to me.
hometown. Yeah. And he's a good fighter, too, and he hit really hard, man. He stung me with a few that rang my bell, but...
And you won that one.
I won that one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's tough too, because I dropped him twice. Usually when I drop people like that, it's over.
That's
like,
it.
You're
Yeah,
not
he got up and
he recovered and made it through the fight.
He got hit towards the end of a round. Like, he was able to get up and recover for a minute there, and then you dropped him the next round.
No, same round. I dropped twice that round,
and then he got to recover. Luckily,
punched myself out.
Yeah, you did too.
Now I remember.
Yeah, he fell over like in pretty extraordinary fashion. It was like fucking like kind of rolled.
In my head I thought I was gonna win that by knockout. But either way, that was an awesome fight. Like,
that was a great.
Probably a fight of the year candidate in Canada. I mean.
Yeah.
So was that your last fight?
That was the last fight I had, yeah, which was in August, and then my fight got pulled out or canceled because the guy had a fight the weekend before, even though he had the contract.
Right.
That's
the card you were on.
I went to the
weigh-in.
weigh-in.
So he basically filled. Yeah, so he filled in. So the guys at the weigh-ins, everything, and that was the very first time I've ever had a fight pulled out the day of, like after everything's already done.
And it was because he didn't.
Because the
he
Mexican.
Didn't get here, or?
No, the Mexican commission had said he was on medical suspension.
Right. Okay.
Because he had a fight the weekend before.
But remember, we looked
but
at
how
him.
come he didn't know that?
Yeah, he had a black eye.
We looked at him. We're like, fuck. He must have been having some hard sparring. He had a black eye, and he was trying to like cover it. We thought it was just that he was I don't want them to see that
He was trying to double dip and he got caught.
Yeah. Right? Gotcha. So he was fully aware he should not have been fighting.
Yeah, he probably took that fight last minute, or maybe he had two contracts on the go at the same time. He's just trying to be greedy.
Didn't think that everyone would figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. But the Mexican commission caught on. They saw it. They sent it the day of the fight.
That's it. Dealing with Hubert Earl too, because he's so thorough. Right? You can't fuck with Hubert.
No, yeah. But at the same time, he was in a 10-round draw. So that's just like...
Yeah, that was
he could have had a concussion for fuck's sakes, for all I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He tried to double dip. He got caught up. Fucked me over in the middle of it, but... whatever. Happens.
Now you're scheduled. You were scheduled.
I was scheduled for May.
But everything's on. The COVID, which we'll get on and talk about here in a second.
Yeah, which is...
With Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
I have one more.
Perez.
Perez.
Yeah.
I was going to say Lopez. Mario Lopez from... What was that?
Saved by the Bell.
Great hair. So, yeah.
I have one more boxing question, though, before we go into the COVID. I know what Brad's training schedule's like from his MMA. What's a day for you, juggling, work, family, boxing, when you're training for a fight?
Oh, jeez. It's tough. I'm not as scheduled as Brad. I'm definitely not as disciplined as most people. Like, I just get it in when I can. I do train every single day, but after a fight, like, I'm not doing much. I'm training still a little bit, but not much. I'm eating a lot of bad food.
Yeah, that's what he does. But I mean, if you're getting ready for a fight.
When I'm getting ready for a fight, I'm every day. And I'm not scheduled as to what I should do except for Carlos days, which are like 2 days a week.
Right.
Those are like lifting days.
And Carlos is your strength lover.
Yeah. Those strength and conditioning. Yeah. So Carlos Meza, he's a coach down at Pro Edge, but he's Phase 2 Performance. And
which we have we both use and we have a hilarious
and Brad
joke
uses as well. Yeah,
you're like, fuck, my ass is sore. Carlos got me.
How come every time you go see Carlos, you leave with a sore ass?
Yeah, right.
Why don't you go see him and find out?
That's it.
Yeah, strength and conditioning there. So yeah, and it's other than that, I'm running every day. I'll run like 3 or 4 10Ks, and then I'll run some short, like more sprint based the other couple days.
In a weekly.
Yeah, in a week. So I'll run like 6 to 7 times a week. As it gets closer to the fight, I'll start going down like 4 longer runs.
Yeah.
Like 3 longer
less
runs.
Sprints.
Yeah, less, and like no sprints probably for the most part. And then, and then just everything else is in the gym. And that time varies. It's just like whenever I can get there.
And does Bria go with you a lot?
Quite a bit, yeah.
Which I think is the sweetest thing. The two of them, Brad and Joey, both take their daughters to the gym.
It's hilarious when
Their
Tenley
my
comes in
daughter,
too.
Tenley goes in, but Bria goes in too. I think it's so sweet.
Well, in Citadel, like Fit Plus is Tenley can come in on the weekends or when I'm running the class kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like Citadel,
But I
we
still
go
come
in
in.
there.
I still come in with Tenley though.
Yeah,
we
but
don't.
like we'll go in. Joey will have Bria there, and I'll bring in Tenley, and it's just like, all right, fuck up. Like, we just like Bria fucking like run round and fucking here.
Yeah, well,
you're
Citadel's-
over the Tenley. Make sure she doesn't fucking hurt herself, right? And they just have
Citadel's a good
blast.
place for that. Yeah, they let
they're
they let the
awesome
kids
like that,
come
right?
in, and no, they are awesome. They don't take they just go with it. You know what I mean? It's not a profit gym. It's just like a place where it's
they
it's
make
an
their
awesome
money
place where
elsewhere or something like they.
I
the
mean,
gym is
it's
just
a boxing
fucking-
gym. It's a struggle to probably keep her going, but they do
Yeah.
a
Well,
hell of
actually,
a good job at it.
When Mom and Dad first got married, whoever was running Citadel at the time lived across from Mom and Dad.
Okay.
So I think Mom actually knows Wayne.
Wayne, yeah.
And that's what she used to say all the time is just all the kids would just be at Citadel.
Could be Dwayne, could be Wayne.
Like the door was just always open.
Could
Anyone could come in at any time.
Yeah, that's the way it's always been. And it's just, it's been mostly, it's mostly kids with nothing else to do, nowhere to go, no sport to play, right? It's a kind of a sport for misfits, I guess.
Well, it's a sport for kids that are like, maybe
Keeps
not
them
now,
busy.
but it's the sport for kids that are too poor and their parents can't get them in something else a lot of
Yeah,
times too, right?
I played a little bit of baseball, but that was pretty inexpensive when we were
it's
kids. And
get a glove or steal a glove.
it was like what $60 a year for boxing back then, which I don't even think my parents ever paid. Like,
well, Taylor paid for my first medical so I could do like common.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'll go down to Dr. Seethers.
Yeah,
He's like, he's like took me down.
Took
When
me
I was
to
in
Seethers
down,
many
so
times.
went down, gives me $20 to pay him. I was like, cool.
Thanks.
Right?
Oh yeah, he always did that shit, man. He took me to Seether so many times, and now you still go to Seether, don't
No,
you?
he's
He
done
doesn't
there.
practice anymore.
He's done. They shut him down. He got too old, bro. Like, fuck, man. I love that man. He's a fucking
he's
great
awesome,
dude,
man.
right?
He's a
Like,
champ.
he fucking
For sure.
he would have to start like recording the like pretty much like this like a
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
fucking record every time you go in, and he'd always ask me the same question. Hey, how's your dad doing? Is he in the gold mine still? And I'm like, fucking, that was like 15 years ago. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, no,
He's been
man,
there for a while
he's
now.
done. Like, cause he would have gold stuff, so he just wanted to know about it. Right? Always told me he was poor. Always told me he had no money. Right? But he had a boat, a plane, a fucking...
That's why he had.
I have no money, lots of assets. That's it, no money.
The car that he drove, one of his clients gave it to him. Like, the fucking, like...
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's
Caesar
man.
was the man. She was
What
like,
would he
this
do
guy's
now?
not a real doctor. Like, it was
We
wrong.
went in there,
Retirement's killing him.
and you were sick with something, and the doctor flat out looks at him and goes, "Okay, so what do you want? What can I give you?"
He's
And
like,
Brian's like, "Oh,
No,
maybe
doc.
just some of this time." I'm thinking, this is not a real doctor. This is not normal.
He just cares about his patients.
yeah, it's just like, so what do you think?
What do you think we should give you this time?
You know, Dr. Caesar, from what I've had in the past,
Maybe
this is
just a
what I
little
think.
this, little that. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no problem. He just writes it up and hands it to him. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
we leave. And I look at him and I said, you're never coming to this doctor again. This is not real.
Well, he's great for the medicals, though.
Yeah.
So he just takes you in walk-ins.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
Hey, how's it
right?
going? Taylor sent me.
So, fucking, let's get into some of your fucking, like, we touched for a minute on the music, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I wanted to touch on, like, your mom and music and stuff like that for you because, like, I don't know if it's subconsciously or whatever, but a lot of the relationship that you have or with like your parents, but even with
The
your
shit I
mom,
write about, yeah.
it comes out in a lot of your music, right? And
It
one of
does,
my
yeah.
favorite songs is fucking "She Beats Me Up," right?
Yeah.
Which is
kind of a
fucking-
comedy take on the thing,
Such
yeah.
a good song.
That's like one
Yeah,
of my
no.
favorite songs, not
Yeah.
just yours, but like in general. I love that
It's so
fucking
funny.
song.
It's so old now, but there's so many people that still haven't heard it. But it just, yeah.
Well,
No,
for
yeah, it was
anybody that-
definitely
We can
inspired.
link it. We'll link it in the show notes
Yeah, yeah.
when this goes up. We'll,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
was
link
definitely
your song.
inspired by mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that, back when they, mom and dad used to party and shit, the moment she had, when you'd see it on her face, you know that, right?
Oh,
she turned
yes.
into Buffy.
That was it. That was her nickname.
That was
right?
her drinking nickname. Was
Drinking
Buffy.
Nickname, yeah.
It was her nickname growing up, but we say when she drank, she turned into Buffy. Yeah, but she would just like
Buffy,
smack
like
the shit.
Vampire Slayer?
I don't know.
I
don't think Buffy the Vampire Slayer was around when she got the nickname.
Fucking
I don't know. North End Halifax was
fucking,
just like a nickname place, I guess, back then when she was growing up there.
Dude.
I've actually never had a nickname in my entire life.
No
and
way.
everybody that you guys know or is in your life, whatever, nicknames. I've never had a nickname.
They never really stuck. For me, but... Or even Brad, really.
Not really.
But they called me Pubes from time to time.
It's my hair. The nappy hair.
Yeah.
No, but even that, I've never had a nickname. Ever.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, no, you ended up writing a lot of stuff about your mom, like fucking, I know.
Yeah, She Beats Me Up was kind of a comedic thing. It was just about her, like, smacking the shit out of dad.
Well, you'd always
they were
hear,
drinking,
like you said, when she get buzzed up, they'd just be like, just be sitting there and everything be quiet. Like, and I just remember vividly, we'd be fucking, just kids. Fuck you, Dennis.
You fucking bastard. Just said an hour.
Yeah.
They used to party a lot, right? Not a danger. Like, they loved us, man.
Oh,
we didn't have much, but they partied a lot, and
yeah,
Mom would get wrecked on the booze for sure.
Well, I've never been around your mom partying, but I've been around your dad when he parties.
Well, yeah.
So I can only imagine.
Oh my god, he's getting progressively crazier as he gets older.
It's been a while since I've been around him.
He's just such a hyper dude, right? When
he's
he
hyper
drinks,
as fuck,
right?
man. I've never met really anybody with that level. Like, I don't even know, like, can he take a nap? Like, I have no fucking
I don't
idea,
know,
right? Like,
I don't know, man.
Does he even sleep? Like, your dad's just the fucking animal.
He's just go.
I fucking love him so much.
Every time he comes over and we have a few drinks, he's like, I'm in bed by like 11:30.
I know.
Yeah, because I can't hang
like
if there's
he's
not
a
a
young
bunch
kid.
of people around.
Right? It's like
he's
Danny's
up.
a kid.
Just listen to the Joe Satriani until 4 a.m. I like gotta get up and go turn the TV off in the middle of the night because it's so loud. He's like half deaf.
Yeah.
But won't go get his ears checked. Won't listen to anybody.
I think a lot of old people go through that stage.
That's nuts.
But yeah, no, and then, the thing with Mom was, I don't know, so my sister died before I was born, so they lost a young one, and I think she just carried that forever, and she was just constantly trying to escape from it, and I write a lot about that too, or at least it comes out, like, in my music. Someone who wouldn't know me maybe wouldn't catch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it just... I mean, you remember when I was 15 or whatever, and she just up and fucking left. Like, she got addicted to crack.
Yeah.
And, like, the drink was cool, whatever. If they partied and she got out of hand, it was whatever. It was, like, normal to me, right?
That was normal for me, too.
Yeah,
I slept
right?
at your guys' house every night.
But,
right?
yeah, just for her to... I don't know, man. Things change sometimes. You don't know... You never really truly know what somebody's thinking.
Yeah.
No matter... because she always treated me like... like the same right up until the day she left, and then out of nowhere it's just like, fuck, she's leaving and whatever, and then I didn't see her again for like, I don't know, probably like 8 months probably.
Yeah.
And then maybe like 6 to 8 months I just got a call from her one day, but when she left she was with this dude named Tim that like beat the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
And then
I beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, and then you beat the fuck out of him down there because you just knew. You just wanted to get your hands on him.
Yeah, I went around,
whatever,
so I went around looking for this fucking guy, and I think I was just
shit,
like,
man.
I think I was like 18 or 19, but
like just getting
18.
into the bars maybe.
Yeah, I think I was like 18.
Down sidelines, right?
There were sidelines, and I fucking went in, and I had been telling everybody around town, like, because he was a sleazeball, but so was I back then too, so I knew all the fucking people, and I just started telling people, you tell Tim I'm getting him, right? And then I seen some of his buddies at Terry's, the local watering hole, and this little short fucker walks up to me, and I still know who he is. I don't mind him actually now, but I didn't like him at the time. Walks up and he tells me, he's like, "Yeah, fuck, you want to fight Tim?" I was like, "Yeah, buddy, he's beating up my like I always said your mom was like my mom." I was like, "He's beating up my mom." I was like, "Yeah, you're fucking right. I want to fight him." Yeah. And he's like, "He's down the sidelines right now." So I fucking hopped in a car, me and Tyler Parsons and some other fucking idiot who never got out of the car because he's a bitch. Anyways, go down there, and I walk in, and your uncle's down there hanging out with this guy who's beating up your mom.
Yeah, Dion was down there, yeah. I don't think he really knew the full extent of it.
He must not have known. He must not have really fucking known, because, like, Dion's a fucking man. He's got to be a force to be reckoned with. He's a fucking big dude.
If he was to fight,
He was to fight, right?
Yeah, he's
Dion,
just so hard to get mad.
What? Dion kind of fucking was like there. Like once I beat the fuck out of Buddy,
he's trying to moderate it.
He was trying to make sure that I didn't get jumped
by the rest. Yeah,
by the rest of them, right? So
this could have very well happened because he did carry himself in the crew.
It
yeah,
definitely.
They're fucking drug addicts, man. I mean, I'm assuming like.
Well, Buddy,
assuming everybody else was.
Right, I went in there and fucking. I was like, Tim, let's do it. Let's go outside. And I turned around and he fucking just hammered me on the fucking jaw. And I turned around and, like, he was a fucking grown man. He was like 200 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
And I fucking beat this shit.
You were always so wormy, man. You were always just so
hard
to get a hold of. And you just somehow worm yourself out and beat him.
Yeah.
Like, man, what was that dude you fought outside the sports stadium? Remember? Just like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Yeah.
But he's like, you wanna fucking go outside? And he was there, his like mom was like, alright, let's go.
Yeah.
They go out. But he like throws a kick at you, you block it, he's like, kickboxing, bitch, and you were like, throw another one.
Yeah.
Throw another one. And then he tries to throw another one, he grab his leg, trip him, and then you pepper him while his mom's sitting there yelling.
I would not have liked you if I met you.
No, you would not have. What's this thing on the computer here, Joy?
You were running out of
computer power.
CPU power.
What's that mean?
How much did I miss there?
Oh,
I didn't miss too much. Okay, cool.
So we good?
And we'll go back. Yeah. And I will go here and here. Here.
Oh, we're starting a new one?
No, it's just another track, which then you just put it at the end of this one and it'll be fine. I'll just continue on. I don't think we
But do we know where we stopped talking?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the lanky.
Yeah.
We can just edit that part out, because let's get back on the topic of your mom there, anyways, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we'll just bring that back here once the music's done.
Well, I would say,
Where was I?
being a mom myself, one, I could not imagine losing a child.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I couldn't imagine leaving my children that are there.
Yeah, that was.
So I mean, that must have been a really difficult mental thing for your mom. Not saying that what she did was right or wrong. She lived it, I did not. But
for a long time, right?
Being a mom myself, that's where my head goes.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't get over the one you lost. I would never be able to.
Yeah, and you
but
never
then
do.
you have
and
other
you
kids
do,
there.
Right? Yeah.
Your other kids there. I mean, you have Bria.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the leave so late is what got us, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Nicole was kind of like maybe 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
You know, me and Matt.
Is Nicole the youngest?
Yeah, she's the
Okay.
youngest. So she was born in 90. I was born. She's a little over 2 years younger than me, and Matt's like almost 2 years older than me. He's like 16 months older than me. So we're all close in age. But yeah, it was definitely a fucked up time for us. Dad stepped up. Like he really did. He stepped up. He did what he had to do. He was there for us. He drove me to school every fucking day. Like we moved back to Woodbine.
Yeah.
And he still drove me to Sac High every
Back to
single
the
day.
motherland.
And this like old hunk of shit, like 93 Dynasty.
Yeah.
And that thing went the whole school year. And yeah, he'd drive me every day. And then he moved out west. And Matt and Nicole went with him. So I moved in with Lisa.
Yeah.
And I finished off high school living there. And then Nicole wanted to come back down here with her friends and finish school. So when I was like 19, me and Lisa, we ended up getting our own apartment above Riverside. And then, then Nicole moved in with us, finished out her school year. And then she had another year or two. So then she moved in with Pop after that. Because we were like 19-year-old kids. We were just broke as shit. And so we moved back in with Lisa's parents. And then Nicole went with...
She lived with my parents for a bit.
Nicole did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There was such a hazy period
that was
too.
That was me and Matt that lived with you guys.
Oh, is that what it was? I
Yeah.
thought Nicole was going to live with my parents for a bit too, actually.
I think they said they would have took... Yeah, I think they said they would take her.
Yeah.
But she ended up going with...
We were all so fucking intertwined our whole lives.
Yeah, it was
right?
weird. I don't remember that. I can remember maybe something... There would have been a time, where Nicole might have... Because I forget where they went, but I remember we got evicted from a place, and I think like a bunch of family members were already living at pubs. So so me and Matt lived out in the camper out front of your trailer.
There was always a camper park.
Which was crazy. We raised so much hell too, like in that last bit of that summer, because we were like 15 and 16, right, 17.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just we were telling Matt, Dad had to be out there with Matt though. Like Matt was at a troubled time in his life too, because you know, as he doesn't like to let on, I guess, how emotional he actually is. Like, being the middle child, I think I was always just, like, really fucking, I had a solid base in here.
Yeah.
I could just always deal with shit good.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even Mom splitting on us didn't really even bug me that much, which is weird to say, but it's like I just knew
Yeah, you were always really mellow with
I think I just kind of, you know, I just take it for, you know, what it is, you know. Obviously, there's certain things it would be hard to recover from, like, you know, I guess the shit that my parents had to deal with, but, you know, Denny stuck around and he never split, and he stepped it up. He stepped it up big time, and even more loss happened for him. Like Kathy, who he's with, which is his girlfriend of like 6 years, just like dropped dead out of a brain aneurysm, and then he finally came back from out west. Yeah, you know what I mean, and I mean, Matt's doing great now. He's got a wife and two kids, and three kids actually, but. You know, two with his current wife now. So, you know, he's doing great, and Dad just had to get back down here, I guess, man, especially after Kathy died. Be with the fam, and he's still having a good time, man. And
probably just change the fucking, like, the mental scenery.
Change the scenery, right? So he's been through all kinds of shit in his life. Recently lost his fingers, right? Lost his 2 fingers, and he's a great guitar player last year.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he's still, that's probably where I get it from, man, honestly. Like, the mental strength. Just to kind of power through shit.
I thought you meant the guitar. I was
right?
For sure.
The guitar, too, but he's a better guitar player, really, than I'll ever be.
Is Bria showing any type of musical?
Not really. She loves dancing.
That works.
Right? She loves dancing, but I don't know. We'll have to see with her. I don't know where she's gonna. She has so much of me and Lisa in so many different ways.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Isn't that cool?
And just like a lot of my brother too. Like her stubbornness is like comes from Matt. Like all the way, 100%. It's just like. It's a big fuck you. Like, she knows what she wants to do, and she's got to do it. So you just kind of have to push that, I think, later on in the right direction.
Man, you asked my dad about when you were a kid, like, fuck, man.
I know, I was
He says he didn't like you.
My dad
no, they didn't really.
As a kid. Like, he was like this little fucking prick, right? And now, you and my dad hang out if I'm not even around.
Yeah, all the time.
Like, you guys are
years,
like fucking,
right?
There's like,
we like harmonize and shit.
Well, Joey's like the son my dad never didn't get because of me, because I don't play guitar and shit. So him and Joey, I'll come over, they're like strumming guitar, looking in each other's eyes, singing.
I know.
Right? So,
your mom and dad are like second parents to me, man. I mean, because I've been around
100%.
so much, right? They did a lot. Did a lot for me. Yeah. You know. And then your sister too, man. You know, all you guys. But you know, we were tight. Our whole all of our families were tight. So
for sure,
that was the one good thing, I guess. We didn't have much, but we had a lot of people around. Like, I never ever went hungry a day in my life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So as shitty as it was being like a little, I guess, you know, poor, I guess. Other than that, it doesn't even compare to the scale of what other people have to put up with. You know, because honestly, family is the most important thing, man. You got to have people there that care about your, you know, well-being. Yeah. That want the best for you. That's important. That's 100%. True happiness. I mean, you can get everything you ever want, but if you ain't got no one there to enjoy it with,
you don't realize that until you're old enough.
You don't realize that until you're old enough, eh? Sometimes it just takes having a kid. I mean, you guys know that. It just gives you a crazy.
That is true, man.
You know, crazy sense of love that you never even felt before.
It's fucked, man. And when they look at your, like, they're like, go away or something like that, you're just like.
Just start.
What are you saying that to me? Yeah.
Just want to hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Can we just do like fucking 10 weeks on the floor?
Yeah, I was always lucky with that, man. And I even had even Mom was a great mom right up until, you know, whatever happened to her, she lost her mind somehow and fucking just strayed away, and you know, she apologized for everything, like before she died. Yeah. You know, she got cancer quick, and she got like a really aggressive, very like rare kind, and she knew she was gonna die in like a couple months, which she didn't even. They gave her 3 months. She didn't even like last a month.
Yeah.
Right. So, she expressed a lot of regret, and I'm at peace with it. Like I forgive her. I forgive her even before like she even got cancer. Like I always probably had a little bit of resentment in there. But she did try for a lot of years, like even through her addiction, to still come see us. And a lot of times I would like ignore phone calls and shit. And I felt like shit about that but after the fact. But, at the same time,
It had merit at the time, right?
Yeah.
For sure
Yeah.
it did. I was there for it. I know a lot of it had a lot of merit. So it wasn't like something that I think you should hang your head about now.
No, and I don't, right? So I forgave her. She, I just knew she had a lot of regret before she died, and that was painful to see. But it's life's a weird thing, man. I mean, especially when you die young. She probably thought she had a whole lot of years left in her, right? Like anybody would think. But
well, even look at what's going on right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, whoever seen that come in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When we start the year.
What are the chances it came from fucking
Yeah.
China? Like fuck.
But, I mean, we were saying
like there's too many people, man. That's the problem.
No, but all the technology in the world, and it's a virus now that has sent the world in shambles.
Everybody's been like saying this for years, like biological fucking warfare.
Yeah, biological war. It was used in World War One.
Like
it was
that.
like the world like banned it. It's like this is against the rules of war. We can't use this shit. It's too messed up. But when it comes in the form of a virus, that shit spreads like wildfire. You see it.
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
you just sit at the
crazy.
mall, you can see people exchanging cards like left, right, and center.
Well, right now, so China just started reopening, reintroducing themselves to the public, and I guess they had like another fucking outbreak.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? Like people are like, oh man, we've been locked down for a couple weeks. Man, you better fucking hunker down, because I think we're in here this for the long haul.
Yeah.
Like, me personally, I'm fucking, I'm gonna be, I think, doing COVID cleanups with our company and shit like that, but
it's an essential service, man.
It's pretty fucked, because we're going to be shut down. We're going to be on lockdown. Like India,
Yeah.
At one point, I seen it had 1.3 billion people locked down. You go outside, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
We might get to that point. We're a fairly low number right now, right? But it's like a 14-day incubation period, so you don't know how many people, I guess, are actually infected. But, we're all going to just be stuck inside here pretty soon. We know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this will probably be the last time I'm really, hanging with you.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's hard. It's hard to say, because, right now, we've done a lot of shit in Canada to flatten the curve.
Yeah.
As opposed to the number one highest fucking, I don't even know, the most infected people now, which is the States.
It's the U.S. now.
And if and I watched this guy, Michael Rappaport, and fuck, man, he's a comedian, but he's always ranting and going on about it, and he puts up these fucking posts and shit, and it's just last week was one of the beaches or something where it's sunny and nice down there, and it's just everybody's out and running, shirt off, and doing all this shit. Nobody's no social distance at all. It's there's tens of thousands of people just chilling. Yeah,
there's 300 million people in the States or something like that. I'm not sure the exact number, but I know it's up around there somewhere, right?
It's all science.
Yeah.
But they're now they're the worst off, because they don't.
In a week,
They don't respect anything. The States is just they think they're above everything. They want to be number one for everything. I think they're going to be number one for this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You want to be number one? Go ahead.
This
you can have it.
Man. They're going to be a mess,
one.
man, because...
Highest fucking...
And they don't have,
shit, man.
We only got, 40 million people? So I think we'll be... so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think no matter how many... still going to be lots of people infected and lots of people are going to die, but not even...
Sure.
I don't even think not even close to the... what's going on in the U.S. What is Italy had 240, and then 2 weeks later it's 24,000.
Yeah.
So that's what happens when you ignore it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if the people that get it and they know they got it, they self-isolate right away.
Yeah.
But the problem is you can pass it along to so many people, I guess, in those 14 days, right?
Well, I just heard...
So that's the point, I guess, of stay home, which...
I heard this on the
I'm
Joe
not doing
Rogan
the best
podcast
right now. Because I'm here.
They say... here's the thing. So the Joe Rogan podcast, I'll say that first, but they said it's like blood type and genetic related is what they're saying. Like A positive or A blood type is like the worst affected by it.
Present.
Perfect.
Present.
I'm A.
And
A, B, I think.
O positive is like the fucking one that's not affected really at all from it, which I am.
Yeah.
Right? So.
What about negative?
I'm not sure.
That's weird.
Sure. I just
O is definitely the rarest blood type. O negative's the rarest, but O positive I think is pretty rare too.
Yeah, O negative's like the one that's good. It's universal, right?
I think I'm like AB positive. You know what? I'm gonna have to ask. I've been wondering like how my blood type's been for years. All I have to do is just like literally ask the doctor.
Yeah, what we're saying, we don't know what the
You probably look at your fight medical stuff. It definitely says on there.
Maybe. Get my blood taken like every fucking 6 months.
I know, right?
But man, I mean, I haven't fought since August, and I'm probably not gonna fight now until like October. This is definitely the longest layoff I've had since I came back.
Yeah,
when I was like 26.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Right, because after I tore my Achilles tendon, I had 3 years off, which was really fucking rusty after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 8 months was my longest stretch without a fight within the last 5 years or 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you're not alone in that. I mean, there's
everybody, no one's gonna be fighting, so it is what it is.
It's not putting you at a disadvantage as opposed to someone else.
The only people that are gonna not benefit, but that are gonna be like a little bit different is like if you've got like a fucking brother that you live with that you train together.
Which would be awesome, right?
Which would be fucking.
Or in your case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me.
I'm fucking
just go around and pounding the wife.
I'm fucking gonna train with you until they tell us we're not allowed. But like, you're allowed to have.
Technically, we're not allowed.
You're allowed to be around up to 5 people.
Yeah, you're allowed to be around up to 5 people.
5 people, yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, if you can fucking right now, everybody
just gonna
can
pick
go
and choose,
and work together and shit like that. Like, so I'll go to work with fucking people that that I don't really know that well. I don't know what the fuck they're doing on the weekend. I don't know who they're talking to or who's fucking, what kind of fucking weird shit they're doing on the weekend. But I gotta be around them at work, in the same truck at work, as opposed to being around you.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, I fucking know you, fucking known you since I've been a kid. I'd rather, if I'm gonna catch it, I'd rather be like, fuck, I got it from Joey.
Well, I ain't gonna catch it from you. No, you're literally the only person I've actually, like, been around, though, since this. Like, I'm still working, but we're keeping it we're doing pretty good, man, at staying away from other people. We're not really seeing any other people, which is good. And we got a bunch of cleaning supplies on the van now, too, so. But that's not gonna last much longer, I know that. Like, the more cases, we're all gonna be out of a fucking job. Yeah. I mean, except for you, because you're going right into the front lines, man. You're ready to,
I'm fucking going into fucking war right now, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. But, if anybody can stay clean the whole time, it's you. You shower in, shower out, do your whole thing.
That's it, man.
I've worked for you guys before. I know how it is.
Shower in, shower out. But, like, it'll be fucked up. That'll be the only thing that's good for me is because I got a fucking couple MMA guys on my crew.
Yeah, which is awesome. You guys,
We'll be just up.
I mean, you're working together, so you might as well train together. I mean, you're already 2 feet away from each other. I mean, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna get in a van or a vehicle after work, drive from work and to work.
There you go.
Fuck, and we're gonna stay in a hotel together. So if I got it, you got it. We might as well train and fucking So
I might have to come to work with you guys.
I already told you that. All you gotta do is say you need a job, and then
it's funny. Lisa's still like, you've been out every single day. It was like, well, one day I was like, I had to get groceries for everybody. Spent like $365. It's crazy.
It's fucked.
I got enough groceries right now. Like the last fucking. Forever, man.
You think? We spent a small fortune a couple weeks ago, and we're already like, okay, we gotta go back to the store.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, because the stuff you do eat, and it's like, oh shit, I ate all this shit I usually like to eat.
Well, the fresh stuff we bought, it's gone. We gotta replace it. Right?
Yeah.
We did.
That's the only thing is the fresh stuff. I bought tons of canned shit, and I haven't even really ate the canned stuff.
Yeah.
Just eat all the fresh stuff.
I know, because
we buy cans regularly anyways, like beans and stuff.
But we thought that it was going to be like, everything's closing down.
Yeah.
Nothing's closing down.
Nothing's actually closing down. It might get there, though, man. We just don't,
But even when Italy went on the crazy lockdown, or it still is, the grocery stores are still open.
Yeah, because you need food.
It's essential service.
You just got to mask up, glove up, and get on.
Yeah.
Me and Lisa got this thing now where it's like she has the door open. I walk in, like my outer clothes are already off, so I'm just in long johns and a shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go in, I wash up and shit like that, like put on some gloves, grab those clothes, throw them right in the washer. Like she's on top of it, man.
Fuck,
her and Bria haven't left the house in 2 weeks. Like just like you haven't left.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've been bleaching everything, but
yeah.
So and it's like
in the house is fine. It's just whatever's outside the house.
Sure.
That's what she's washing up, and then it's just like I'm good to go. Like,
so and I seen a post
shower
from like because I know it can go on your clothes and shit like that, but like I seen a post from a doctor there that I know that does my fight medicals and stuff like that. And he just pretty much said, he's like, you know, just don't be close to anybody. If they're not fucking talking in your face and stuff like that, then you're pretty well fucking half decent. But the only thing that I see that is the system's not perfect is, so we'll go to the grocery store. Like me, I'm wearing a fucking, like a respirator and a fucking gloves. And I'll go to the grocery store. I'll take all the shit in the plastic and stuff and put it in my shopping cart, put it in a bag, take it out, take my gloves off, respirator off, bring the fucking bag and all your fucking goods into the house.
Well,
they're saying leave the stuff outside, leave it outside, and then bring it
at the start it would have been, but now Lisa left all the bags outside and cleaned every single fucking thing she pulled out of everything I pulled out of the bags on the deck.
Nice.
For the groceries and washed every single thing. And that sucks, man. That sucks having to do that.
But how fucking, like, how, not desperate, but, like, how, like, not pathetic, but how fucked up is our lives? Like, vulnerable. Like, it's
that's
so
the
delicate.
thing. Yeah.
Like, the fucking, the flow of everything is so delicate.
Yeah, and the problem is, like, you just never know who's going to react to it, I guess, which is... You know what doctors and certain doctors were saying before. It was like, oh, if you're young, you're not going to be too bad. It's pretty mild.
Yeah.
But that was just all wrong.
Well, yeah, for a chunk of time it was said, you know, it's not even affecting kids. Don't even worry about your kids. And then the first child got affected. And then it was okay, well now...
And then the child died, right? A child died in Ontario. Maybe he had some underlying issues or whatnot.
Oh, child did that.
One did here,
Very few,
Very few.
Yeah.
So they must have some like underlying stuff. But it's mostly been older people that have died. But there have been some people in their 30s that have been critical. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to get it. Like, I'm confident that me and my family could definitely beat it off if we did.
Yeah.
But obviously...
For those that didn't catch that. Could beat it off if we got it. Anyways, carry on. I'm just a fucking big kid.
No, as soon as I said it,
that's how we feel too. But we both have parents that are in the
we all got parents, people.
That's the problem.
I never even know how you're gonna react to it.
Yeah. I haven't seen my dad. I won't go see him.
I talked to him over the fence today. He was just
Mr. Wilson.
Like like Wilson. It was him and your mom, and we were talking for about 5 minutes. Me, Bria, and I was out walking the dog, and Lisa.
Yeah.
Chilling out, having a cigarette.
Well, naturally. So
God love her.
But yeah, fuck, man. I think we should wrap it up. I think that's
it's been a while. I could sit here and talk, man, for like another 2 hours. That's crazy,
You guys have to acknowledge like how cool it is that you guys have been friends since you were kids. I don't have a childhood friend.
No, eh?
No, we moved.
Because you guys moved, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. But your friends. We just lived around the same area. Like I lived in Sackville pretty well my whole life,
you
right?
Guys everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes you just show up at our house.
But not a lot of people
they
can
didn't have
say
a phone, so
that they've had a friend since they were 9 years old or whatever it was.
Yeah, no, I guess.
Very few people get to say
that.
A
lot of people's best friends still are like from college or somebody they met older, but friends are important, I guess. Whenever for me, I've always just surrounded myself around people I've been around, but it all worked out too that everybody kind of stuck around, right?
Yeah.
So,
for sure. So that's it for this episode of Total Transparency with a good friend of ours, Joey Laviolette. And like we said in the show notes, we're going to put some links to his YouTube videos there. And you guys should check him out, man. This guy's really talented, and if he chooses to, he's gonna put out some
more.
I will.
What's your social handle if people wanna find you?
Well, how do they find you on Grindr?
I don't.
What's your Instagram
handle?
Joey. I think it's Joey.lav for Instagram.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Isn't it Joey _ Lala? Or was that something else?
Might be Joe_Lala too, yeah. If you type in Joey Laviolette, if you can spell it.
Yeah, just type in Joey Laviolette.
That's how much I don't. Yeah, Facebook's probably what I use the most.
Yeah, Joey_Lala is his Instagram handle at Joey.
And I was going to argue with you and say it's Joey_Lav.
No, I knew it was
Joey haha. My Snapchat.
We'll put some stuff into the link there.
In the show notes, so you can find them.
Cool.
Thanks for talking to us, Joey.
Thank you guys. That was actually a lot of fun.
That was fun.
It was.
All right, brother.
I appreciate it.